good morning. I think it's a few seconds before 10. So I'll just mumble until we get there. So I am Carol Davis, or Changeless Change, sometimes I'm known as. And this is Coffee with Carol. And I'm going to just take a few, now it's 10 o'clock. People will just be joining. And let me tell you why I do this. Because this is not the best of times for some people right now. People are out of work. People are out of money. People are sick. People are dying. And most people are just trying to do today, get through today. And so I've been praying, what can I do to help? I physically challenged, cannot go to the front lines to help, or believe me, I would. I don't have the money to donate. What can I do? I prayed. So sometimes I make people laugh. So I thought, what can I do to bring a little sunlight into a person's day? Even just 5 minutes, I do this little 7-minute thing. It's my hope, my mission, my prayer that I can bring light into the world. That as I help people journey out of the darkness with humor, with light, with sunshine. Just if I can only add 5 minutes of sunshine a day to your day, I will be happy. And you know what? It's life-changing. It really is. You just stop for 7 minutes and feel some joy. And it makes the rest tolerable. So what I'm reading different books. I just finished this series on Changeless Change. I'm now reading Hope for the Flowers. Let me tell you what it says about it. It says, a tale, partly about life, partly about revolution, and lots about hope for adults and others, including caterpillars who can read. How delightful is that? And it's what we've read for so far is 2 caterpillars, Stripe, who's striped, and Yellow, who's yellow. Imagine that, what funny names. Who found each other, and then they were walking around, and they found this huge pillar, what they later determined was caterpillars climbing somewhere, knocking each over, stepping on people's faces, and they started doing it because it must be good because everybody's doing it. So they start climbing. They go, something's wrong with this. We're stepping on people. We don't even know where we're going. We don't know why. We're climbing over. So they came down, and they've been Yellow, the female, she's just happy. Let's just be happy in our little house. And Stripe, no. He's obsessed with finding out why all these people are climbing to the top of they don't know where. And just yesterday what I read was they were still at the bottom, they're contemplating, they heard these thuds, and they're like, what was that? And it was dead caterpillars came falling down the pile, and they died. But before they died, they said, butterflies, butterflies, the top is butterflies. So now, Stripe, of course, is even more obsessed than ever, and so that's where I'm starting today, with Stripe's obsession to go up, and Yellow's obsession to stay down in the house. It's a nester. So Stripe could hardly wait to tell Yellow about those 3 caterpillars that smashed on the ground. So Stripe crawled home and told Yellow. They were both very sober and quiet. What did the mysterious message mean? Had the caterpillars fallen from the very top? Finally, Stripe announced, I've got to know. I must go and find out the secret of the top. And more gently, will you come and help me? Yellow struggled inside. She loved Stripe and wanted to be with him. She wanted to help him succeed, but she just couldn't believe that the top was worth all it asked to get there. She wanted to get up too. The crawling life wasn't enough for her either. She also had to admit that it looked like the pile was the only way to do it. Stripe seemed so sure that Yellow felt ashamed not to agree. She also felt stupid and embarrassed that she could never put her reasons into words that his kind of logic would accept. Yet somehow, waiting and not being sure was better than action she couldn't believe in. Oh, look, here's Yellow crying. Oh, she's torn between the man she loves and his dream. She couldn't explain, she couldn't prove anything, but for all her love, she couldn't go with Stripe. She just knew climbing was a wrong way to get high. No, she said, heartsick, and Stripe left her for his climb. Chapter 4. Yellow was desolate without Stripe. Oh, there's the climb. Kicking each other, stepping on each other's faces. It sounds like the corporate ladder climb to me. She crawled daily to the pile looking for him and returned home at night, sad, but half relieved that she never saw him. If she had, she feared she might plunge after him, knowing that she shouldn't. She felt like doing something, anything, rather than this uncertain waiting. What in the world do I really want, she sighed. It seems different every few minutes, but I know there must be more. Finally, she became numb and wandered away from everything familiar. One day, a gray-haired caterpillar hanging upside down on a branch surprised her. He seemed caught in some hairy stuff. You seem in trouble, she said. Can I help? No, my dear. I have to do this to become a butterfly. Her whole insides leapt. Butterfly? That word, she thought. Tell me, sir, what is a butterfly? It is what you are meant to become. It flies with beautiful wings and joins the earth to heaven. It drinks only nectar from the flowers and carries the seeds of love from one flower to another. Without butterflies, the world would soon have few flowers. It can't be true, gasped Yellow. How can I believe there's a butterfly inside you or me when all I see is a fuzzy worm? I love that. I'm going to read that one again. How can I believe there's a butterfly inside of you when all I can see is a fuzzy worm? Oh, my life story. How does one become a butterfly? She asked pensively. You must want to fly so much that you are willing to give up being a caterpillar. You mean to die? Asked Yellow, remembering the 3 who fell out of the sky. Yes and no, he answered. What looks like you will die, but what's really you still will live. Life is changed, not taken away. Life is changed, not taken away. Isn't that different from those who die without ever becoming butterflies? And if I decide to become a butterfly, said Yellow hesitantly, what do I do? Watch me. I'm making a cocoon. It looks like I'm hiding. I know, but a cocoon is no escape. It's an in-between house where the change takes place. It's a big step since you can never return to caterpillar life. During the change, it will seem to you or to anyone who might peek that morning, nothing is happening, but the butterfly is already becoming. It just takes time. And so it's 10:08 now. I've done my 7 minutes for sure. So we'll get on with it tomorrow. No, oh dear, not till Tuesday. This is Friday, and we won't be back till Tuesday. But if you want, go get Hope for the Flowers. I used to give this to everybody. I love this book. One more thing, real quick question. If you want to give me some feedback in general, anything. But I have a question. I'm thinking of changing this from Coffee with Carol, because everybody has a coffee with somebody online. I looked on Facebook. Everybody's doing that. I'm thinking of changing the name of this little deal to A Spot of Sunshine. What do you think of that? Let me know. Okay, have a nice weekend. Happy Memorial Day. Bye-bye.